My family was Jewish, but my parents did not practice Judaism at all, and they didn't raise their daughters Jewish either. There was an occasional Passover, Hanukkah celebration, but we were a very secular family, which was an interesting experience growing up in Waco, Texas, where, yeah, if you didn't go to church on Sunday, your eternal fate was in question. I kind of grew up resenting that point of view. It really turned me off to religion. I mean, my parents weren't raising me in any particular faith. This was the point of view I was getting from people of faith, so I really didn't want anything to do with faith at all growing up. I did believe in God. That I think was something that I always had from a very young age. I wanted to be a journalist. I had always done well in English, had always been a bit of a writer, and so I thought, oh, easy A, I'll take the journalism, one class. And I fell in love with the profession. So when I graduated from high school and went on to college, that was my goal, was I was going to get a journalism degree and be a journalist and cover anything but religion. Then I went to Columbia University in New York. My mentor, Ari Goldman, was the head of the religion and journalism program there, was a modern Orthodox Jew, and had a lot to teach me about my personal faith. He had learned how to balance the two, how to balance his career as well as his own personal faith and cover religion in a very objective as you can be, way. When I was working at the daily newspaper in Raleigh, North Carolina, which was my first daily newspaper gig out of college, I was covering education. They had assigned me a religion story, and you can imagine I was a little tentative, didn't necessarily want to take it on, but did, and was sold the moment I started reporting the story. It was on a small vineyard congregation, an evangelical congregation in Raleigh that had been worshiping in a middle school gymnasium. I felt like I was in a very privileged position to be listening to them talk about their ministry. In that very story, I learned to appreciate Christianity, I learned to appreciate their mission, and I learned to appreciate what all those years my friends were trying to tell me. You know, as a journalist, you seek out the truth, you seek out honesty, you want honest answers. But as a religion writer, you're not just getting the truth with a lowercase t, you're getting the truth with a capital T, what these people believe to be the truth. And that's a very privileged position to be in, to be on the receiving end of that. There are some hardcore old school journalists who don't vote because they think that shows an obvious bias and you can't report on politics. I disagree. I think that you should exercise your rights as a citizen. You should have your own thoughts, your own feelings, your own perspectives, but be able to set them aside in order to do your job as a journalist. That's the challenge and the miracle of journalism, and I think that applies to religion as well.